So the first topic that we'll try to address today is the $1 million question that I've been asked over my 14 years of photography, and that is, which camera should I buy? Interestingly enough, the question should even be more like, which camera should I get? Because buying the camera might actually just be an option. I mean, come to think of it, someone might actually give you the camera, which I've seen a couple of that in recent times. So which camera should I get? The truth is, there are a few things you need to consider before deciding which camera to get. First of all, what exactly are you going to be using the camera for? Because camera nowadays, comes with different specs. There are cameras that are primarily better for shooting videos, and some are just better for taking pictures. So are you a photographer trying to start out an adventure in shooting videos, or are you a makeup artist trying to just document every single face that you make up, or are you a cake baker or an event decorator? It really depends what exactly you are using the camera for. So it's important to really consider all these items before deciding which camera you settle for. The other thing to note is the budget. You see, there are cameras that range from $400 to my dream camera, a Phase 1, which is about $50,000. And whichever way you look at it, that is a lot of money. Of course, someone starting out won't probably get a camera that is $10,000 or $20,000, but it's important to consider what exactly is the budget. One of the things I tell people when they ask me that question, I ask them another question: who exactly is going to buy this equipment? Because if it's your uncle that just wants to give you a gift, maybe you could give them two options. I usually recommend give them two price options, because they are probably willing to spend on you depending on how good you've been. But if it's you that is going to spend the money, you probably might not be too lavish in spending and getting a $10,000 or $20,000 camera. If photography is a career that you are looking at, don't be too quick to spend too much on the gadgets. I'd rather you spend quite a number of time, maybe asking questions, getting the education, because getting into photography is a little like learning how to drive. How many of you out there will probably think, okay, now I want to learn how to drive. Let me go out there and buy a BMW 7 Series 2015 model. What do you need that car for? You might as well start with a bicycle. Yes, a bicycle. The point is, most people learning how to drive might not be too quick to buy a camera, but they might, of course, borrow a friend's camera. So the long and short of the story is, it's important you consider what the budget is. Another factor to consider is the skin tone. You see, what most photographers fail to realize is different cameras reveal different skin tones in different ways. To an extent, I tend to like the way Canon shows the black skin tone. For most cameras, the average white person probably looks pretty on them, but when I'm dealing with a Canon, I like the rich tendencies that it shows for the human skin. But then again, if you are listening to this and you have heard a story from a Nikon enthusiast, you probably might argue with me that Nikon is better, but don't let's start that argument today. I tend to prefer Canon when it comes to skin tone. So that means if you're someone like a makeup artist, it might be critical to go along the Canon line. It might be, but just something for you to consider. So the skin tone is really, really crucial. And then the quality of the videos. So if you are looking at getting this camera for videos, because virtually a lot of these cameras right now actually do videos. Although it might be a little pricey. When I say a little pricey, for many people, $1,500, $2,000 is actually quite a lot. Of course, the camera manufacturers will prefer that you buy the expensive, gadgets. I would recommend, if you want to be on the safe budget side, you probably start with something that will fall within $300K to $500K. That's in Naira, of course. So in dollars, that's about $500 to $1,000. I'm always, of the opinion that it's good to start out modestly, then practice, make best use of that equipment that you have, and then you can grow from there. One other thing that I consider really, really important is to actually find out your colleagues, your friends, how many people actually have the type of camera that you are looking at. For example, if you are thinking the way I thought when I started out in photography, I was thinking, okay, I like Olympus. I think Olympus is the best route to go. But lo and behold, there was virtually no one. I mean, I'm talking 13, 14 years ago. There was no one that I knew that was using Olympus cameras. I think I was just being stubborn, trying to say, oh, if, any camera can take pictures, Olympus will be good. But it would have been better for me if I actually have a few friends that were actually using at least the same manufacturer. It helps me when I run into a wall. Maybe my battery, gets dead, or I need a new charger, as compared to just, being solo. Of course, over the years, I've had a few challenges going with some cameras that many of my colleagues didn't have, but it's usually recommended if, for example, you're a makeup artist and 8 out of 10 of your makeup artist friends use Canon. I think it would be nice to start with a Canon. Don't be too lavish on spending on it though. Okay, so I think that basically covers the major areas that I want to point out for now. I don't want to get all too technical telling you about the type of lens you should get, the f-stop, but if that's one of the issues that is dear to you, I think just hit me up on Twitter, send me a mail, all the details are there, and drop your comments. I promise you I'll actually read every comment, every question that is addressed, and we'll do our best to make sure we preach this good news to your satisfaction. So that's it for today on GOP, the Gospel of Photography. If you missed, the beginning, once again, my name is Shenwa Kisomi. I run a brand called Hello Photos. If you don't know about Hello Photos, check it up online. We've done quite a few things on photography, and this is my attempt at giving back to the society. Let me know what you think. Please, I need your feedback. Stay tuned.